Great rising, YouTube and Facebook. Get your mats, get your chairs, get your weights, get in position. Oh, okay. I'll tell y'all about this in a minute. Great rising, great rising. Joan, Diane, Mary, everybody else, everybody that I see. Whew. Y'all see the water bottle, right? I don't want to get no trademark, but fair use, fair use. I'm explaining something. See this? It's not their essential that's in there. It's my alkaline water that I use from a filter by the sink. But how did I get these bottles to use? You know how you go out and you get you a beer? Sometimes you want to stop and get a drink. And then sometimes you drink, you want top shelf drink. You know what I'm saying? You know, instead of going for the Bacardi, you go for the Hennessy or Cavazier. You know, or whatever else they got out now. I haven't been behind the bar in years. And when I started drinking water, I said, well, I want to drink the best. Or so they call it the best. Just alkaline water. And then it was real cheap. Me and my daughter even thought, she had heard somewhere and shared it with me. We thought the company was going out of business. So, it was cheap. That little bottle was $1. Then one day, flipping around, surfing around, or should I really call it my Kardashian era, I saw the water on there. And I said, wow, they're drinking the water. Went back to Whole Foods, the water was $2.50. I said, holy shit. Them little cases that we was buying for like $12, $21. I'm telling you, everything jumped the minute it was on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But I like to store my alkaline water in it because it's part of my psychology to get me to drinking water. Not only am I drinking water, but I'm drinking the top shelf of the waters. Now you say to yourself, well, Vicki, the water you're drinking comes from a filter connected to the sink. And it is not that company's water. To that I say, it's the psychology for drinking water. I'm reminded every time I drink water, that I'm drinking the top shelf of the waters. And I drink more. Yes. So that's why I keep it. I like to store it. I don't like going to the sink, turn it up and down. No, no, no. I fill all my bottles up. I put it in the refrigerator. And then I pour from my bottles. And I can pour about those in a day, like 1.5, but definitely I could do one. So that's the psychology. So before you get bent down in shape sand, oh, we have 5 minutes. Before you get bent down in shape sand, hi, somebody came on the morning. Before you get all bent down in shape sand, no wonder you're asking for money for to open the safe, and you're buying expensive water. No. My water, my alkaline water, costs me $41 every 6 months because I have a filter. Okay? So no, I'm not giving my safe money to the water people. Anyway, I want to clear that up. And then I gotta tell you, I was talking to this YouTuber, and we were talking about the things I do, neighbors and stuff like that, and walking in the morning, and my book. And we're talking about some of my life. And I mentioned to her, y'all want to see what I just did? I had to adjust myself to take the weight from my down below. I had to really suck in my gut to do that division thing where this belt was carrying the top part, like instantly my body adjusts. It was like, no, you're putting on the weight, on your hips and knees, but sucking in your gut. Remember I told you it's like that shelf that separates it. Well, I can't wait till I open up the line so I can talk to people so they can keep me on track on the conversation. So I was talking to the YouTuber, and I mentioned to her that I worked in the bar. And she said, oh, her tone changed. Oh, well, you glad, she's probably glad you're doing it. I told her a story about my bar days, how I would be. Okay, first of all, I learned in American bartending school that you're there. People can buy alcohol and stay at home. If they're coming to the bar, they want the company, they want something. You gotta, so no problem. I worked in discos. It was a disco party when you came in. When I worked in the jazz place, I was a listener in Small's Paradise. And I only worked one place in Harlem, because I was living in Brooklyn. Yeah, only one place in Harlem. But Flatbush, downtown Brooklyn, stuff like that. So I was telling her how I would be, oh, come on down, let's party. And I'm drinking your port, slinging the alcohol. That's it, because that's why I became a bartender. Because I wanted to party, but I didn't have the financial means to party. See, my sisters and them, they were partier, all that generation, and I couldn't afford it. So they called me country and all this kind of stuff like that. They couldn't understand why you worried about paying rent. You should be having a good time. And I was like, I can't do that. So, I will show this tab sometimes. So I can't say always and sometimes. Anyway, so I went to American Bartending School to learn how to make drinks and to always get a job. I was wondering if I should call them now. They probably named something different because I'm supposed to be able to get job placement forever, never, never. Anyway, we would be having a good time if I was in the disco. I'd be singing them drinks and partying. If I was in a jazz place or like a local bar that did like jazz and old-timey things. I was more of a listening ear than like a psychiatrist. And I would do these things. That was my job until I said last call. And I had to learn how to say last call. Now, I mean, bubbly, ooh, disco, party, let's have a good time. Or in jazz, oh yeah, that happened, don't worry, it'll be better for you tomorrow. You look great, you feel great. Don't worry, your wife will come back. And then, when I had to say last call, I had to mean it. So, I'd be like, oh, hey, let's party. And, New York, it's 4 o'clock, so the bar is still 3:45. Because we got to close the doors at 4. So I had to find that way of saying last call, where they knew it wasn't the party Vicky. It wasn't the psychotherapy listening ear Vicky. It was the Vicky that was goddamn tired and wanted to get off the job because it was a job for Vicky. It was a good time for y'all, but it was a job for me. So, 1:45. They used to tell me this. The patrons, they used to tell me this. They said my whole demeanor would change. They was like, one guy said it was like all the fun, like I would suck all the fun out the room. But I would say, last call for alcohol. And hit them bright lights, honey. Yes, indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Hit them bright lights. And I totally changed. Finish your drink? No, I want another one. Nope, that's it. Nope. That tender, loving, kind, considerate person that was with you all evening, that laughed when you laughed, that cried when you cried, that felt what you felt. At 3:45, she ain't feel nothing but tired and wanted to get the hell out of work. Ha! So I was telling the YouTuber that story, and she said, well, you know, I'm glad it's behind you. And I was like, well, see, basically here, I went to learn to be a bartender. I didn't just like walk down to the neighborhood corner store and say, Harry, can you give me a job? Harry, would you employ me? I didn't do that. I wanted to learn the ins and outs of bartending and stuff like that. So I went to the American Bartending School. So I said to myself, I wonder if I gave her the wrong message. If I sent the wrong, no. I wanted to make drinks, designer drinks. You know, Sex on the Beach. What was out then? Tootsie Roll. Oh God, of course Long Island iced teas always been out there. I like to make the little champagne things, pink something. Don't start me. Man, this little time is almost, we're halfway through it. So, I was like, I hope she didn't think I'm just like, anywho, I just shared that with you because we walking and I'm talking. Please go to GoFundMe, help me open this safe. Help the sister out. Thank you very much. Oh. Hey, Patty. And Joan. Hey, Joan. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your Wednesday too. We are making it through the week. Nay, the month. We're making it through. If I'm talking funny, because I have a cough drop in my mouth. Let's finish out this walk. Oh, here we are. Yes! It's a little exciting that we're coming into our 10th month of movement every day, exercising every day. I told y'all, for me, it's like a dream come true. I would be working out at the gym, looking at the clock. Okay, you gotta go home, you gotta do this, and then you gotta run to work, or then you gotta run home and do this, and you gotta get ready and go to this. It was never just like, just exercise. Yeah. And walking is so good. So, there's that. Oh, I know what. I've been thinking about my roller skating Friday. I guess everybody want to see what happened while I was roller skating on Friday night. So tune in Saturday morning. But just like I was ice skating, and I don't think that cement out there is harder than that ice. And when I was ice skating, I'll take pictures of the TikTok or something. And I was skating. I had my knee pad. I'm dragging all that stuff out of the closet this morning because I gotta find some way to take some pictures of my face by the safe so people can say I'm not like BSing. So I gotta get all I talk about cinematic decisions. I gotta find a way to set stuff up, which means I'm gonna have everything I have set up here. You see, it takes me a minute with everything set up, but this morning I'm gonna break that down and move it to the closet so that I can try to take some kind of video or something where my face and the safe is in like real proximity, so you can say, oh, it's not just like a video game or something she's doing, or, you know. It's real, it's real. So, oh. You know what just came to me? I have to get a piece of white paper and I gotta put today's date. So, I gotta put today's date. So I gotta lay on the floor and find a way to lay with my face right by the safe and the date in the same vicinity. I gotta get that in a shot. You know? And once I get that in a shot, then I think it'll be more believable. And while I'm doing that, I will be talking. I'll be saying, about 7 years ago, my daughter bought this house, and she found the safe in the basement. See? You know? And then I let it flow. I don't wanna commit to how it's laid out verbally. I wanna commit to an internal visual thing and an external visual thing. That's what I'm going for. Well, have mercy. This walk is the fastest walk on the planet. I know it's a half hour, but not really. It's almost over. I didn't even do the finger things yet. All right, let's go. Because I was thinking, I was doing something with a nimble finger, that I needed nimble fingers. And I was able to do it. And I think back on these finger exercises. Oh, did I start and stop a story? Because I wanted to tell y'all, I was drinking every morning this juice, lemon, cucumbers, pineapples. And I had been looking at this good purging thing to purge me. Coffee, lemon, and honey. So, y'all know I'm forever the cautious person. So, and you know, you don't have to do what I do with my fingers. All you got to do is move your fingers. You know where that stiffness is. Just bite the bullet and get the blood to it so it'll stop hurting so much. I'm thinking. I don't have arthritis and stuff like that, but that's what I'm thinking. You know? So you can do whatever kind of finger exercise you want to do. But I was so happy how nimble my fingers were. I was able to do it. And I remember when I was at the gym, them folks would be looking at me. I used to be, well, I can't do it now because I'd have to lean over Betsy. And I would be doing my finger exercise. And they would, you know, because you can't stare at nobody. So they would look at me and turn. And I was like, I need nimbly. I need nimbly. Okay, and then there's something else I want to talk to y'all about before this walk is over. Oh, so fast. Okay. All right, if you're lifting weights, which is, okay, anyway. before I come up, I do a lot of exercises to build this chest muscle up. I remember I told you all about the old ladies that I used to see at Planet Fitness? They're the one that set me up for that. My whole rest of my life is going to the gym or working out and doing some kind of exercise. Where I was until Corona hit, and it don't take long for pounds to come on. They all did exercises for that muscle and the back muscles. They came in and they did their walk or they sit there on their bike. But when it came time to the weights, it was always a machine, always some kind of machine that would take care of this area. Now, when I was younger, I was raised by my grandmother. But see, my life, I have seen most of my life. I've been around the elderly, which I am now, grown up. And I noticed how their chests would cave in a little bit. And I couldn't understand how the cave, I didn't know. I know I didn't want it to happen to me. And it was then I realized that these muscles weren't activated, stimulated. So you had that caving. So now that I'm not at the gym, and like I tell you, the ceiling, I don't know how much we can do. I'll look it up. Unless you did something like this. I'm going in for the new year, I'm thinking. Something like this. I don't know. I'll look up to see all the exercises that take care of this area and see which ones I can do next year as we walk on the treadmill. But as I tell you upstairs, to get this and this. So, whoo, baby. I don't know. I don't know how you can't give your body a half-hour exercise. A movement. Don't call it except for a movement. Get the blood flowing. Like I said, if you sit here doing that long enough with your hands, that heart will start boom, 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 and there they go, going through your body. All the blood gushing around. Tuck your elbow in. Squeeze your gut. Let's do 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still slow down a little bit because John used to always say, if you do it fast, you're doing it for cardio. If you do it slow, you're doing it for muscles. Or he used to always say, control. Control. All right, tuck in your elbow. Planet Fitness John. She's the trainer there. I had trainers for like 5 or 6 years till this coronavirus came through. All right. Tuck your elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. One for good luck. Good job. So there you have it. I'll fast 30 minutes of movement. Yep. Quickie, quick, quick. Fasty, fast, fast. And you got 23 hours to do whatever you want to do. And you got enough energy to do it. And all that blood that's up there in that brain even make thinking easier. That's why, right after I put the dog on the treadmill, I go going straight to the closet so I can do the video. While the blood and oxygen are doing direct hits. You know, firing off electrons, protons, everything's moving, blood gushing, heart beating, all the organs working. Everybody's so happy that you gave them a half-hour head start. Oh, you gave them a half-hour head start. So, yeah. Of course, the walk's over. I said, oh, you know what? Did you mention this? Oh, did you mention that? Oh boy. Sorry, y'all. I waited a little late to start our music. I'm walking. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Just for me. Thanks for coming on the walk, y'all. Thank you for the Ha ha ha. Yes. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Yes. Yes. I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Thank you for joining me. I don't want to keep y'all. Oh, Patty Joan. Oh, hey, Sean. Yes. Yes. Good morning. Thank you. Have a great day. Oh, remember, comment, like, share, and YouTube subscribe. See you tomorrow.